So I separated with my ex-husband. It was kind of like very last minute. There wasn't any sort of like it wasn't planned, I would say. So as you can imagine, it was very chaotic and very stressful. So I didn't know what to do exactly when the separation happened. I was kind of like very confused. Obviously, it's very emotional. Any sort of separation is very emotional. I had never dealt with anything that has to do with law, so like never been at like in any situation that's even remotely similar. So yeah, I needed to get a divorce. I had 1,001 questions. So finding just an attorney was like the one step that I knew I had to take. And it was like just getting past that one part just made everything like so much easier. It was a lot of stress. Obviously, like, you know, when you go through a separation, it's not just the legal aspect of it. You're dealing with 1,000 other things, like the moving out and what to do with like family situations. So this was like the most important aspect of it, of like, how do I deal with this? Because of course, that's like everything is included. Like, you know, it's like a money aspect. Like if I don't get this separation, if I don't get this divorce, then my entire life is like affected by it. So yeah, that's something that was like it was definitely affecting me like emotionally and just like very overwhelming. I was referred to Katya. She is like a family friend almost, but I had heard a lot of great things about you guys also, and you were speaking about the testimonials. I like did extensive research. I had spoken to a lot of different attorneys because like I said, I've never dealt with anything similar. So very overwhelming. I had like 10 people contact me knowing my situation, like telling me, oh, I know this person and this person can help you. But I finally decided to go with you guys because I felt that you guys had like a really great reputation. You seemed, when I spoke to Katya, she knew exactly what she was talking about, very reassuring. And overall, I just felt very comfortable. Okay. So that was like, I think probably the easiest decision out of everything was deciding to go with you guys. That was very simple for me. I think I just had the main concern that I had was that I had no idea what I was going into. I think I just had 1,000 questions, and finding someone that was willing to answer them and be very attentive and know that I need, like, I'm the type of person that needs an explanation of everything that's going on. You know, don't just send me a form to fill out and not explain what's happening, because that it stresses me out. Yes. So definitely just like I was looking for that was someone that could reassure me throughout the process that like what's being done is in my best interest, and just answering all the questions that I had. So I was able to finalize the divorce in a pretty like timely fashion. I did not have any sort of communication with my ex. So everything was done through the attorneys, which took a lot of stress off of me because I wasn't having to get in contact with someone that I didn't want to speak to. I was able to finalize the divorce within a couple of months. It didn't take that long. I was able to change my name. Everything's completely done. I mean, that was the final outcome, was the divorce. So just, I mean, it completely changed. I was married and I didn't want to be married. So, you know, once the entire process was done, my life like completely changed. I was able to get my name back. I was able to have like a hold of all my finances like I needed to. I was no longer legally attached to this person that I didn't want to be attached to. So definitely my entire life changed, I would say, but also just like the ease of everything is like done, and it was done correctly. That was, I think, the greatest thing for me. I don't think anything, honestly. It was very simple. I mean, as simple as the process can be, because like I said, it's very emotional. I feel like people that are going through similar situations or any really legal situations, it can be stressful, especially if you've never dealt with anything like that. I mean, you guys did a great job of handling all my questions. Katya, I bothered her all the time. And everyone at your office was really extremely helpful. There was never an issue where I was not able to get in contact with someone or get answers for something that I didn't understand. So I don't think anything. Some advice, I think it's overwhelming. Looking back, I can see like I said, even just finding an attorney that I felt comfortable with, that process was overwhelming because you have so many people with your best interests at heart, recommending people, giving you referrals. So finding someone that you're comfortable with that can answer all your questions is extremely helpful. And really, once you start the process, it gets easier. It's okay. I think that's really crucial for people to remember, because before you start, when you're in the process of finding an attorney, it's extremely stressful. But once you have that attorney on your side and you've hired them, you have someone there advocating for you and what your best interest is. So I think that's like the biggest step, is just taking that leap and hiring someone that you really feel comfortable with. Extremely. I think that was like the main thing that allowed me to get through this, is because especially when you're going through a divorce and a separation, I'm extremely vulnerable. And this is like my family. This is like handling a huge life change, right? So, I mean, the trust that I had in Katya to make sure that, you know, she was on my side and she was doing everything in her power to just make sure that I got the outcome that I wanted, was extremely important to me. And I felt comfortable with that from the start. There was never an issue where I felt that I was not getting or not being advocated for, I guess you could say. Yeah.